What's up guys, it's Katya and welcome back to the Hey Mentor channel. It is currently summer break for me, which is awesome. I just finished my freshman year at UW, and in this video I'm going to be doing a little reflection about my year, and I'm going to share with you guys some things that I wish I knew about UW before starting my freshman year. So yeah, stay tuned. So yeah, I just wanted to start out by saying that UW is a huge school. Everyone has a different experience. Like if you asked me what my experience was, if you asked a football player what their experience was, or maybe a band kid, everyone's gonna have a different experience at UW. So I'm not saying that my experience is like the right experience. I can't speak for every student at UW because there's like 40,000 students at UW, and I'm not 40,000 students, I'm one student, so I'm just telling you my experience, but that doesn't stand for everyone at the school. So the first thing that I wish I knew about was registering for classes. So registering for classes at UW is all done online. We have an online platform called My Plan, and it's where you can pick which classes you want to take. You can pick the time of day, which day it's on. You'll want to figure out your schedule using My Plan, maybe like 2 weeks before your registration day, and every student has their own registration day. So like the seniors are usually first, then juniors, sophomores, and then freshmen always have last registration, which can kind of suck because for freshmen, if you're trying to take like maybe a class that's maybe more for sophomores, then it's gonna fill up really quickly. So it's really awesome if you have extra credits, maybe from AP, IB, or Running Start, so you will be able to register before all the other freshmen, and it gives you more options for classes. But yeah, other things about registration, you have to register at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so for those of you who are not morning people like myself, you should definitely set an alarm, maybe 5, 6, 10 alarms, so you don't miss that registration time, because even if you wake up at like 6:15, 6:30, all the classes that you signed up could potentially already be filled up. So it's very important that you wake up on time and register for your classes, because if you don't, that would be an L. Make sure you know what you're registering for before registration. Like, don't just wake up at 6 a.m. and be like, I'm gonna do this and this. You should always have a plan of what you want before you do it, because you don't want to be just like clicking around random stuff and then they might fill up before you're even finished. Another thing that I wish I knew about was the math placement test. So most likely on the first day of your A&O day, which stands for Advising and Orientation, it's something that you're going to do this summer before your fall quarter freshman year. You're supposed to take the math placement test, which determines what math class you take at UW if you are planning to take math. So most likely for any STEM major, engineering, nursing, most majors, you're gonna need to take a math class. So me, I was like, math placement test, like I don't need to study for that, it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine, right? So I get there and I take the math placement test and I'm like, that wasn't horrible. Basically, there's 2 math placement tests, the standard math placement test and the advanced math placement test. I took the advanced one and took an L on it and failed it by 1 point actually, which really sucked. So I emailed UW and I was like, yo, it was just 1 point, can I still get into math? And they were like, no, you should take math at a community college. And I was like, no, okay. Anyways, I had to retake the math placement test, pay another fee for retaking the test, and it was just all a really annoying process. So my advice, if math isn't your strong suit, you should definitely study for the math placement test. There's online help you can look up for studying for the math placement test. You could also take the standard math placement test if you don't think you're ready for the advanced math placement test, but definitely try. And yeah, I didn't think the math placement test actually mattered. I was just like, oh, it's just something that UW makes like freshmen do. Wrong, it does matter a lot. It determines if you get to take math at UW, what math class you're placed in, and other important stuff like that. So definitely take it seriously. Another thing that I wish I knew more about before my freshman year was about competitive majors, or as UW calls them, capacity constrained majors, which basically means they're competitive. So not only do you have to apply to UW to get in, that doesn't mean you get to choose any major you want. You have to apply to your major and see if you get into that. And not everyone gets into their top major, so some students apply to like 2 or 3, that's a truck, sorry, apply to like 2 or 3 majors, so maybe if they don't get their top choice, they'll get like their second or third choice. So yeah, I wish I knew that because... By the way, if you hear stuff, it's probably my brother playing Fortnite, so yeah, don't mind that. I always think like the easy part is getting into UW, the hard part is getting into your major, because some majors have an even lower acceptance rate than the acceptance rate is to get into UW. And a lot of your classes, if you're going into a major that's really competitive, are gonna have classes that I call like weed out classes, which is like classes with like 500 people in it, and it's basically like if you don't pass this class, you can't move on to the next one in like the series. And so that's meant to like weed people out, people that they don't think are like fit for the major, which can be kind of discouraging. Persevere. Be boundless. For example, for chemistry, I was taking the chemistry series my first year. It's like they said that 1/4 of UW chemistry is equal to 1 year of high school chemistry. So basically, imagine all the curriculum of 1 year of chem squished into 1/4 of the year. So it's really fast paced. You do like a chapter a week. You got to be prepared for like reading, labs, quizzes, all that. And it's just not what I expected. I didn't think it was gonna be like moving that quickly, especially like 1/4 is not a lot of time to like get everything done. So definitely try to like see what your learning style is. Do you like watching videos? Do you like reading? Do you like, I don't know, doing flashcards? A lot of freshman year for me was like trial and error because I didn't know how to study in like a college setting. Like in high school, there was a lot more support and like your teachers kind of tell you what to study, tell you how to study, and make you do projects that are all geared to help you in the end. But in college, like you don't really have like projects, or you're not told how to study. You're just given the material and expected to learn it yourself. For me personally, in the STEM classes I was taking, like chem and math, a lot of it was actually teaching myself because I don't learn well in lectures. That's just me, it may not be you, but definitely learning how to like teach myself and like working with other classmates was something I had to learn how to do because lectures just moved way too fast for me and I just couldn't keep up. So I'm just exposing myself, you know? Yeah, UW can be really stressful with the competitive majors, weed out classes, insane registration times, all the crazy amount of coursework that has to be smashed into 1/4. It can be really stressful. So for me, it was really important to take time for myself and do things that I wanted to do, not just homework and studying, which I did like 90% of the time. But yeah, taking time for yourself is super important. That for you, it may be binging on Netflix, reading a book. For me, it was going hiking, enjoying the outdoors, being with friends, eating ice cream, simple things like that. at UW for like 3/4 of the year. It's freezing and raining and gray and cold, and it can be really miserable because you're like stuck inside studying all day. So it's really important to go do something fun. Also, I think that staying active was really important for me. All throughout high school and even before, I was a gymnast and I used to work out for like 4 hours a day, and I was really active. And then I came to college and I don't do sports anymore, and I don't have like PE or anything like that. So like my first quarter, I didn't do like anything active, which was really bad. UW has two gyms, the IMA and I think it's called the Fitness Center on West Campus, but the IMA is the bigger gym. It's huge. I started going there. They have a lot of things. They have basketball courts, a pool, weight rooms, yeah, just like anything you can imagine. Volleyball courts, tennis courts. So there's lots of ways to stay active there. So I would really recommend that. Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say. Something that I struggled with was having structure, because I'm a really organized person and I like having structure like in my like schedule. I keep a planner and I just like knowing what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. And I feel like in high school that was really enforced because like the school makes the schedule. They tell you when to eat lunch, when to go to class and stuff like that. But in college you have a lot of freedom and you might not know how to like balance out what to do, like how much time should I be studying, when should I be eating meals, when should I go to the gym, when should I be hanging out with friends. It's just so many things to like kind of balance out. So for me, like keeping a planner, staying organized, that really helped with trying to balance everything out, because it can be really overwhelming your freshman year, because like me, I didn't know what I was doing at all, which is okay, because I feel like if you're gonna make mistakes in some way, definitely make it in your freshman year. What other tips? Oh, we have a meme page if you are planning to go to UW. So like all over the UW campus, there's signs that say "Be Boundless." And so everyone is making memes about it on a Facebook page called, I think it's called Memes for Boundless Teens. It's probably not called that. You can look it up, you'll probably find it. But yeah, it's really funny. It's like a big community of tons of UW students, and they just post relatable stuff. You should follow it or like it. I don't know how Facebook works. Okay, this is another random tip. Something I didn't realize is how frickin' slippery Red Square and the quad get when it rains. So for those of you who don't know, the quad is like the place where you see all the cherry blossoms and it's like brick walkway, and then Red Square is also brick walkway, and it rains a lot in Seattle if you didn't already know that, and those bricks get so slippery, and like I just see people just like wiping out all the time. So just be aware of that. Like if it's raining and you're walking on Red Square, try to like take smaller steps, walk slower so you don't like wipe out. Luckily, I've never wiped out yet, but I feel like it's gonna happen one day. Cross your fingers for me that I don't die. So yeah, if you sat through me blabbing about all of that, good for you. My voice is kind of annoying. Last thing I want to say, that another thing that really helped me was having a mentor. My mentor is actually the executive director and founder of Hey Mentor. And if you are a current high school senior, or you are planning to come to UW this fall, you should definitely reach out to Hey Mentor. You can follow us on Facebook or message us on Instagram or any of our other social media platforms. You can message me personally on Facebook too, because it really helps so much to have just someone you can ask questions about. I most likely didn't cover every single question about UW that you guys may have. So definitely reach out to your personal mentor if you have a mentor. If not, sign up for Hey Mentor, get a mentor so they can help you out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your summer, and see you guys in the fall. Be boundless!